Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and today we're gonna go around collecting some items around the map. I thought we might like collect some... What was that? I have to make a note to edit that out. Okay, yeah, today we're using Varesa as our team member. Varesa is a character who I love using at this stage. What the... What keeps happening? Is there something wrong with my capture card? I find that collecting items in this game... Sorry guys, there was a little bit of a mishap there. I find collecting items in this game is like really, really fun. It like is something that like can be very relaxing. Okay, what the frick is happening? The capture card is like not that old. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What?
Hi everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Homer, and we're going to be watching the Teyvat chapter interlude teaser, The God's Limit. This is a trailer that people, like, instantly I knew was going to be important because as soon as it was dropped, I had a lot of people, you know, coming to me being like, are you going to watch it? When are you watching this? Romer should watch this, which generally means that it's probably a very important thing that's happening here as well. Let's watch this. I have heard there is like some location stuff for the next part of the next region we're going to. As you guys know, I don't like seeing that. But like the compromise I'm going to do is that like I'm just going to look at the subtitles during a certain part anyway. So I'm like not really noticing the stuff around me, but we're looking at the dialogue and kind of like understanding the scene nevertheless, if that makes sense. But let's check this out. This is going to be very interesting, honestly. I'm nervous. Look at this art style, oh my god. This is a gorgeous art style, by the way. Let's make sure the subtitles are in English, because sometimes I like going to German. Yes. Sometimes I like doing it. This is such a pretty art style. It's like a book reading? Oh, it's like a lesson.
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason.
What the hell?
For none are born by their own consent.
What?
Death abides no reason.
Wait.
For it cannot be defied.
Wait.
Even by those who see it.
Wait. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Wait. Wait. I'm not even sure what they're doing here. Is that... They're not...
Death abides no reason.
They're not.
For it cannot be defied, even by those who see it.
My heart is pounding. My heart is pounding.
Time abides no reason.
Stop. Stop. Wait. So, are they going through... What was the first one? Sorry, I'm gonna be skipping back a few times in this.
For none are born.
So life,
their own consent.
Life.
Death abides no reason. For it cannot be defied, even by those who see it coming.
They're not doing this.
Time abides no
Time.
reason.
Are they doing Ruler of Life? Ruler of Death? Was it Nibirius? Renova? Istaroth? Are we seeing depictions of those characters?
For it deprives us all equally.
Oh my god.
Yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed.
Holy hell.
Space abides
Oh.
no reason.
Oh no, I gotta stop. I have to stop this video. We can't. We can't. What the hell is happening? What?
The ruler of space stopped
What?
the golden-haired twin travelers
No.
and mercilessly tore them
Mercilessly?
apart.
Oh, I have chills. I have chills. What the frick? No. What? I'm sorry I keep pausing, guys. I'm sorry, but like,
The golden-haired twin travelers
Stop.
and mercilessly tore them apart.
Sickening. What are we doing here? The ruler of space tore them apart. So that's who was at the start, the ruler of space. Jesus. What? What?
The beer... No. This looks more like Rhindaughter's
Rhindaughter?
doing. Please don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
Wait, so that's just Rhindaughter now? And that must be Renova then.
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space.
Wait, so the ruler of space made everything...
Unsurprisingly,
Unstable.
all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the
The
ruler
ruler
of
of space tainted stuff?
I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless. You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement.
Wait,
Although merging with you has stripped me of agency,
they're still communicating?
I shall still continue to voice my disapproval. My dear Rhindaughter.
We learned this in the last one. That they, in the last, not the last Archon Quest, the Archon Quest to do with Mondstadt, we learned that it was, that Rhindaughter devoured Nibirius. So, like, Rhindaughter's just, like, chilling now as Nibirius? That's freaking insane, man. That's legitimately insane.
You have my respect, Nibirius. Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
And you, Istaroth,
Istaroth?
why did you bestow history upon
Gorgeous,
them?
look at it.
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Asmodee. So is Asmodee the ruler of space then?
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time.
I cannot believe we're literally just seeing the ruler of life, the ruler of death, the ruler of time, and the ruler of space. Right, the shades, right? Just chatting with each other. Like, how did you guys feel when you were watching this? Because, like, my heart is pounding. My heart is pounding so hard.
But you're right.
Look at that.
There's no trace of Asmodee here. Where has she gone?
So Asmodee's gone. The ruler of space is gone.
Anyway, it's time I put this space out of its misery.
No, they all look amazing, by the way. They all look incredible. Wait, so she destroyed this space? Like, killed it, I guess. I'm sorry, they look fantastic, right? They look fantastic. All those squares.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
So Asmodee's not here.
I, for one, think that we should find her.
What the hell, man?
Since the heavenly principles cast us as shades,
There we go.
not one of us has ever missed a meeting.
What if she just switched sides?
Switch sides.
Finding her would do more harm than good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for pausing again. How are we 4 minutes into this? This felt like 2 seconds. My heart is pounding. So all the shades are supposed to have meetings together about this stuff, I guess, which would make sense, I guess, because they like have a ruling over like a lot of like crazy stuff, you know, time, space, death, life, all this stuff, you know. And And that's so Istaroth has the really sick design here with like the circular thing here. Then we have Rhindaughter, who is now Nibirius. Which, by the way, Rhindaughter's just chilling with the shades. Like, this is crazy. This is too much. Like, Rhindaughter's just literally hanging out with the shades, and then Renova looks so freaking crazy. These designs, they did such a good job with this. They made, like, if you're gonna show off the shades like this, right? Make the designs out of this world to the point that they can never, like, ever, like, be even perceived before they came out. You know what I mean? Like these are, like, so beautiful, but at the same time, they feel ethereal and godlike, you know? So freaking cool.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Oh, devoured, yeah?
Just switched sides. You make it sound like such a trivial affair.
Renova seems to be
We
taking
are
this, like,
shades, shadows
personally.
of the heavenly principles.
This music.
It's unthinkable, unless she loves her new master more
new
than
master.
her own self.
Renova, do you know that you're being watched?
By whom?
Wait, what?
Whose gaze could pierce this far?
Wait, what? Wait, no. First of all, they said Asmodee has a new master, right? And Rhindaughter said that they believe that it's better to switch sides than to be devoured. So they believe that there's a possibility that Asmodee has switched sides against the heavenly principles. But that in some ways that might be a better thing than, like, you know, what could happen to the shades, you know? But Renova saying that she wants to save or to bring back Asmodee. So, first of all, my theory since, like, I started playing Genshin is wrong completely. I always thought that the person at the start of the game was Istaroth. No, wrong completely. And you know what? It feels good to be wrong because holy crap, this is amazing. I thought that you know that Asmodee what you call it, sent them forward in time. You know, that's what I thought. But it was actually, like, using space, I guess, as well. Asmodee was the one who sent the twins, or separated them. And the way they described it was mercilessly. So there was, like, some sort of purpose to this.
Do you know that you're being
This is
watched?
terrifying.
By whom? Whose gaze could pierce this far?
Holy hell, man. Oh!
I remember those eyes. It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Holy hell. Look at this. She's standing over Conria? He doesn't even have the mask right now. So that's when the curse of immortality was placed on him as well. Such an incredible design. Oh my freaking god.
Ah, yeah.
Is this like the craziest trailer they ever like released, right? Is this the one because, like, I feel like what's happening here is that we're getting a lot of, like, direct, and it feels like it's so, like, crazy, but to drop this, like, in a trailer, and I think, like, one of the reasons why it's, like, not too crazy is because, yeah, Winter's Lazo did drop some information in the, like, about the about the Harbingers last time as well, right? So getting also, like, this information about the Harbingers as well, like, what's the first one's name again? Sorry if I have to, like, remember it here. If I can remember, it was like, no, it's the Jester. It's the Jester, but I don't know the actual name. But it's the Jester, right? The Jester. The fact that he can, like, meet his gaze all the way towards the shades, like, how powerful is the Jester? You know what I mean? We know the Jester's more powerful than, like, the Knave, for example, right? We know how powerful the Knave is. So to be able to win, like, throw their gaze this far, absolutely insane.
Yes. He's an old acquaintance.
An old acquaintance?
Of mine.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsas helped him let go of his past obsessions.
Oh my god, look at them!
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze
Paltry?
on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken.
Right.
If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
Granddaughter.
My dear Rhine-daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
The beer is just so chill. This music is gorgeous as well.
It was purely hypothetical, Nibirius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervene.
Oh dear F.
Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
So this is, oh, I actually paused at the right time. This is the part where what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna look directly at the subtitles. That's my choice, guys. I don't want to like kind of see any locations, but we're still gonna like watch the rest of the trailer. Someone told me this is the point where it's at. But here's the thing, right? They're saying that it's time we intervene. We don't know if that could be now. It could be next region, next time, because like we got the Harbinger trailer, right? And it's not like all the Harbingers got involved right away. We heard more about them afterwards, but it's not like they all got involved right away. In fact, like I believe like after we saw the Lazo trailer, it was Dottore and Vaughn who like really were the next ones to like really step up. And we know there's going to be like another Harbinger each region anyway. And we know we're probably going to run to Dottore in some way too. And I believe Movika said there was a Harbinger we're going to run to as well. But in terms of like the heavenly principles, it's not the heavenly principles, sorry, it's the shades, right? I think this adds like a layer of like fear to this, right? It's pretty freaking terrifying. The idea that like they could show up at any moment. And it's like the lack of knowledge of when they're going to show up as well is also like really terrifying too. But like what's so amazing about that whole scene there with them together, absolutely incredible that these characters within like 6 minutes, they were able to sell me on like the physical depiction of the shades to the point that not only do I think they're absolutely like gorgeous designs, right? And amazing character designs. Like I now just want to see more and more. Like and Genshin's so good at doing that where they reveal something, they give you like answers and a bit of lore and stuff like this. And then they say, okay, that's fine, but now you gotta wait a bit. You know what I mean? Now you're like, I want more. There's a lot of stuff. We'll go back over it again. We'll watch over the first part again as well. Just that whole conversation, and we'll pause and we'll talk about every single line that we can. But like legitimately, like I really feel like this is one of the most revealing trailers. Like I feel like the crux of the whole conversation was Asmodee is gone. There's people. The Tsaritsa is gazing at them from below, right? The Tsaritsa is gazing upon them from below, and they also talked about how like the ruler of space is rendering places like almost like obsolete and destroyed, and at this point they're all like missing Asmodee as well. There's a lot of stuff. We're gonna go back over it again, but this is crazy stuff. It's really crazy stuff. Here we go. Oh my god.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing. Hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution.
The voice acting, by the way.
And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it. It is nothing I have not
from Conria, right? The thing for being from Conria, he's like, I'll do this.
I already know the price of.
He's willing to take the price.
Gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god? The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind. To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold, Even the gods have their
Even the
limits.
gods have their limits. Oh, that's the Genshin Impact logo. Oh, more stuff. Okay. Before we go any further, he was talking about how I've already been through a disaster, right? I don't why should I fear anything the gods can give me, right? Why should I fear that? And then he says at the same time, right? Like he's like, well, the Sarisa is telling people as well. Even the gods have their limits. She's like, don't be afraid of them as much as everyone else is. The Sarisa is literally saying, the gods are not all powerful and endlessly powerful. Right? And he's saying, like, why should I give a damn about what wrath they bring upon me? I've already felt destruction. I've already felt wrath. I've already seen my homeland up in flames. But yeah, we're gonna go back to this as well here for the last bit, I guess. Again, I'm looking at the subtitles hand over my eyebrow.
Inspection over. Return to your posts.
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per the Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
Whoa, what? And that's it? That's it. So we're going to look back on like this whole trailer. And now, obviously, like the last bit, like probably not as much because I remember, like I can remember a lot of this stuff. Well, not remember, but like I feel like it was pretty straightforward, like the message there as well. But I want to watch over the stuff with like the shades again. Before anything goes any further, you might notice this video was titled not like the gods have the limits reaction or whatever like this or something like that. And the reason is just literally because I don't want to like have someone click on this video and then be like, wait a second, he put his hand over it like his and just like the top of his forehead and I looked at just the credits for like a part of it. Yeah, I didn't want region spoilers and I wanted everything to be a full surprise 100%, but I'm not going to title this the full thing because I don't want people to click on this thinking it's going to be one thing and then they don't get another thing. So while we will miss out on like some views for this as well, I really feel like, going forward, having, people trust titles is way more important than, anything else. Okay, let's watch this again. Let's watch the first 6 minutes again and talk about every single frame. So this was crazy, right? So it seems here they're having like a lesson of some kind. This is actually like a very old depiction of like how some schools were as well in Ireland. They used to teach kids in beyond hedges. They called them hedge schools. But obviously it's a little bit different to this. They taught them in hedges because they weren't allowed to learn. So they had to find some way to teach the kids, because at the time they were colonized. We were colonized.
This world has always been so. Life abides
So this is
reason,
Tiberius.
for none are born by their own consent.
So none are born by their own consent. And I think that's like such an interesting line just because it's like, yeah, life sucks, and nobody asked for it whatsoever.
Death abides no reason.
There abides no reason.
For it cannot be defied,
In the end, you cannot defy death.
even by those who see it coming.
That's Renova. Amazing depiction.
Time abides no
Istaroth.
reason,
Music is gorgeous, isn't it?
for it deprives us all equally, yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed.
Time deprives us all equally. Is that like saying that because as time goes by, we will all be deprived of our like as more time goes by, we'll lose things, we'll lose people in our lives, our relationships will fall apart. So is that what they're trying to say here with time?
Space
And look at this.
abides no reason.
This is terrifying. It's almost like as she was giving away this information, something like hurt her here. And I'm guessing is
Ruler of space stopped the golden hair.
I'm so stupid. I just realized it's literally like it seems like it's the same space as I think the ruler of space like did something to this lady. I think that's what happened here. And look at this line here.
Travelers and mercilessly tore them.
And the idea of
apart.
stopping them, right? Stopping them? Which means they were stopping whatever task they came to do, or trying to stop whatever task they came to do. So I wonder if like they're still going to try and stop that as well, and mercilessly tore them apart. So you can see that as like it was a very aggressive thing, or I see it as kind of like an emotional thing. You're separating, you know, siblings. You know, a very horrible thing that has like affected them both. Yeah. I think it was the transition to this screen here, and I was so worked up that I didn't even realize it was the same tree. This is insane, by the way. Like, Renova just killing a freaking bird like that is insane. And taking it as well?
The beer... No. This looks more like Rhine-Daughter's doing.
The designs are fantastic, by the way, right? But there's like a sadness and a tiredness in Renova's eyes, right? Instantly, what Genshin does amazingly so, grounding these heavenly creatures. And there's Rhine-Daughter.
Please don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
Wait, was the bird one of the creations? And Renova killed the bird, being like, no, stop this, right? By the way, another beautiful depiction here of Nibirius. By the way, ruler of life, by the way, but Rhine-Daughter just chilling here in this whole thing is hilarious to me for some reason. Like, it's just like it makes her scarier. It's just like, she's like, I am the shade now. You know, and everyone just accepts it. What can they do?
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler
So
of space.
the ruler of space has tainted life for somehow, and the ruler of life themselves and Rhine-Daughter is able to like tell this as well, I guess.
I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
Wait, so they're maybe trying to bring life here in some way or create life here, and Renova's like, hey, don't do this. This is insane to me.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval.
This is going to be one of the most interesting dynamics ever if we get to see this on display in the game on full. Whenever we do get to see it on display in full. The idea to me that there's going to be Rhine-Daughter, by the way, which again, seeing a depiction of Rhine-Daughter is crazy. But then like having like, you know, the kind of like utter personality inside of them, like almost like a conscience in a way, like trying to like drag them away from doing like stuff that like is bad. I no, we're not bad because I don't think the shades are like good. You know what I mean? But trying to drag them away from maybe doing stuff that is like that they wouldn't do, I guess. But that's the problem with Rhine-Daughter, right? If Rhine-Daughter leaves a house and says, hey guys, don't do anything I wouldn't do, that literally leaves nothing. You know, hey guys, I'm going to be going to a party. Now, be nice to your babysitter and don't do anything I wouldn't do. If I was a child, I'm thinking, so they say I can, they just said I could do whatever I want. I could literally burn the city down. You know what I mean?
My dear Rhine-Daughter,
You have my respect.
So there's like this weird
Nibirius.
mutual respect, right?
Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
Holy F.
And you, Istaroth?
Love this
Why
depiction.
did you bestow history upon them?
Why did you bestow your history upon them? Is that the twins, basically?
I had to find some way to pass the time.
Is that
did
what
I
that
not?
what we're saying here?
After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little
Your
earlier
input?
next time.
What do you guys think that
But
means?
you're right.
In terms of like their input, is it like their input on what's happening with Teva maybe?
There's no trace of Asmodee here. Where has she
And
gone?
looking for Asmodee, by the way, the one who sent us, who separated
Anyway,
us.
It's time I put this space out of its
And so the
misery.
ruler of death is like, this space is gone. Bye bye. Bye bye. So they have the ability to destroy spaces as well. Created clearly by, maybe created by Asmodee, or at least ruined by Asmodee, it seems.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
I'm sorry I keep saying that. I can't get over how beautiful designs are. They have made the shades like It's like some of the most gorgeous designs in history, legitimately so.
Think that we should find her. Since the heavenly principles cast us
Look at
as
this depiction
shades,
as well.
not one of us has ever missed
So
a
they've
meeting.
always been to a meeting, no matter what. It's like this thing where like they're so dedicated to that.
What if she just switched sides?
This is so interesting. We switch sides, like.
Finding her would do more harm than good.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Just switched.
So Rindar is
sides.
kind of saying there's a possibility that the other shades could be devoured as well. Is that what she's saying? I guess like it's like the idea that like someone else, like one of the sinners, could maybe devour you as well, maybe, or like maybe just like joking at the fact that they devoured Nibirius. You know, it's like, hey, they got out of here before I could devour them. You know.
You make it sound like such a trivial
Renova's taking this so
affair.
seriously.
We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles.
Renova is legit. The music is beautiful. Renova seems to be like the very serious one out of everything, right? Out of all the shades, seems to be the real serious one.
It's unthinkable, unless she loves her new master more than
Loves
her
her new
own
master. She has a
self.
new master as well, right? I swear to F. If you guys have been right all along, because I think some people have theorized that like that Paimon was very similar to Asmodee, right? And Paimon is with us now, right? But then, like, Asmodee was the one that separated us, right, from our sister. So, what's the goal here? Was it a thing that during the separation that Asmodee like lost all their power or something like that, and then became Paimon? I'm not ready to like say they're Paimon yet, right? Because Paimon is always just gonna be Paimon to me until everything is revealed. I'm just saying that right now. But again, here's the thing, right? Like, she loves her new master ward herself. Yes, that would like make all the theories that people have true, right? About what people thought, because people have been talking about this forever. I've seen like countless pictures of people being like, you know, oh, is Paimon this character? You know what I mean? Like all the time. Look at this. Look at the wings. Look at this. This has been a thing for a while, right? It's been a thing for a while. But, right? I wonder if this could be like a red herring. Now, in fairness, Genshin doesn't like doing red herrings that often because I think that, like, you know, they like people following the breadcrumbs and the theories and stuff, I guess, and getting to the right path. But it could be a thing where they, like, it could be a different master. It could be someone else. It could be the Saritsa. It could be someone. We don't know. We do not know fully. Love this design so much.
Renova, do you know that you're being
That's terrifying.
watched?
By whom?
By whom?
Whose gaze could pierce
Whose
this
gaze?
far?
Who's the gay that's watching me? Who is it? It's so crazy. The Jester just staring up.
I remember those eyes.
Like the Jester being able to watch over the shades means that Saritsa has the power to watch over the shades. Which to me is just sells the idea that the Fatui, the Saritsa, the Jester, they don't give a F about gods or shades or anything. They don't subscribe to that notion at all. And it's the destruction of Conria,
It was
right?
just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Look at this. This is such a beautiful depiction as well. Oh my god. I'm going insane. I'm going insane.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance.
So an old acquaintance of mine, because obviously, like, Rhindaughter was from Conry as well, right?
I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsa has helped him let go of his past
I wonder
obsessions.
about that. This is a sick image, right? Wait, so okay, hold on a second here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 7, right? Wait, can I get up the list of harbingers? Because we know who the harbingers are for a second. Hold on. Let me check this now. So it's not spoilers, obviously, because I'm literally caught up with the game. You know what I mean? Sometimes I forget that. Like I'm caught up with the game. Let's take a look at this now. So we have. So obviously, Signora is gone, and so is Scaramouche, right? They're gone. So then there's the Jester, the Captain. He's gone as well, right? The Captain's gone. Dottore. So let's see who's left. The Jester is left. The Dottore, the Damselette, the Knave, the Rooster, the Marionette, Regrator, and Child. That's all who's left. This is all. That's crazy to think about, right? Where we started and who is left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no. There should be not. Who is missing from this picture then? I should know, right? Is it the Damselette, right? The Damselette is missing. That would make sense. That would make sense.
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Rhine daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
And again, I cannot allow you to think that way. So, like, do they still have some control over their own thoughts?
It was purely hypothetical, Nibirius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
So again, this to me doesn't mean right away. This could mean we know what, like with Genshin, like it never is like, oh, this is gonna happen tomorrow or next time. We don't know when this is gonna happen. So, I'm going to look at this text again, but again, I'm doing the same thing I did before. Hand over the forehead. There is the Jester, though.
The gaze of the gods has always
been considered a blessing.
Hence the origin and meaning of visions.
So the origin and meaning of visions is the idea that he says the idea that like it's a blessing to like be able to like to have witness from the gods.
People have always yearned for the gaze.
They want the gods to notice them.
And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath.
If you get the attention of the gods, they're gonna kill you.
And what of it? Lives will be lost. A nation.
So this is the same with the effects of what happens when gods hurt people.
So be it. It is nothing I have not endured before.
You see, I've seen this before.
I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price?
He's like, I'm gonna find out.
A god. The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind. To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says
what?
this.
Yeah, we know this, right?
Behold. Even
the gods have their limits. Okay, so we're gonna kind of we're gonna. I feel like I went through like all the stuff they were saying as we're doing there, but like I could do like a little bit of a thing at the end. Well, we've been recording for 40 minutes, maybe around like 35, I'd say. But still, like that's I didn't even know. I did not even know. Here's the thing, right? What we saw here in this trailer was one of the like, and I feel like this is one of those things where like just like the trailer for Winter Night Lazo. It's almost like it feels like I feel like they should put these in the game sometimes. You know what I mean? I feel like this should be like this should have been like at the end of an Archon quest or something like that, or like you get what I'm saying? It should have been like, that's my opinion always. I think it'd be really cool to have them. Now, you wouldn't get the beautiful animation though, which was absolutely stunning with such beautiful depictions of these characters. It really, really was such a beautiful depiction of these characters. I feel like the crux of this was like all that we got to see a depiction of the shades of the Heavenly Principle, and like it's like one of the is this the first? I think it's the first time I've seen them, right? Renova, Istaroth, Asmodee, and Nibirius, but it's actually Rhine-Daughter, which, by the way, I will never get over that Rhine-Daughter's just chilling, you know? Hey guys, hey, are you Nibirius? No, Nibirius, I ate them. Oh. Do you want to come to bowling? You know, it really feels like that. It feels like it's like, okay, fair enough. This is a, my mind is kind of blown. I'm feeling kind of like very hot and heavy and my heart is pounding. So we had at the start. Let's go bit by bit, just like to recap everything, because I already talked about everything like bit by bit here in the actual trailer. We had a teacher basically talking about all the shades and talking about like what they are, and I guess like, you know, the meaning behind like the 4 shades and like, you know, life, death, time, and space, all this stuff. And in that moment there, they talked about how the Asmodee mercilessly separated the twins. And in that moment, that's when the teacher started to get like destroyed. And I wonder if that is because of Asmodee was like, hey, you're not telling this story. That's not your story to tell. But then again, we know that Asmodee is like maybe quote unquote switch sides. So that could be like I don't know, that could just be a figurative thing that happened there. It doesn't have to be always literal. But it seems then like the space was kind of like destroyed. And at that point, you know, Rhine-Daughter and Renova met up, and Renova looked sad. Renova looked like tired and worn out, and kind of just like, man, this stuff is getting hard. We haven't seen Asmodee in a long time. Istaroth, what do you think about this? So obviously, I think Istaroth was maybe talking about the interference with the twins, what happened recently with the twins. That could be it as well. But like Rhine-Daughter was like, seemed to be like trying to create life there, but couldn't create life because it was like a kind of a destroyed space. And that's when Renova kind of destroyed the entire space itself. But they established that Asmodee is missing. That's the big establishment, that Asmodee is missing, and it's pretty, you know, dire in that sense. They all had a meeting, and usually they have meetings, but it seems like they haven't had a meeting for a while, because they said Asmodee is always at these meetings, and if Asmodee has gone to the point that they couldn't even talk to her, that means the last time they had a meeting must have been a while ago. And they had this meeting, and I love that all those personalities were on display as well, where it had like all these characters. They had these amazingly beautifully designed characters all like fully on display with their full personalities. It was freaking awesome to see. I think they were like establishing the idea. Well, I think Istaroth thought the meeting was like just a formality, right? They were just like, this is just a formality. Like, you know, Asmodee's not here. But Renova's like one of the people that's kind of like, I feel like taking this like so seriously. It's like, we need to find Asmodee. Like, the Heavenly Shades made us like these, the Heavenly Principles made us these shades for a reason. We need to find them. And wasn't Istaroth that suggested, hey, they did switch sides, and we shouldn't, you know, try to find them because it might, like, you know, do more harm than good. And even, like, the idea of, like, afterwards, Nibirius was like, hey, like, you know, they might have been, like, it's better than being devoured. But, like, Renova was so against the idea of them ever being, switching sides. It's like, this is too much of an important job. This is too much of an important job. We shouldn't even joke about this. It's not something you should even think about. But there was that thing where then they were like about talking about how, like, oh well, like, you know, if whatever they are now, they might like it more than this, like, you know, whatever their new place is, they might like it more than this as well. And that's when. That's when they were like a really scary moment where we found out the Jester was looking upon them. And that's where we found out that the Jester and Cerisa are like looking towards the shades and can see the shades at all times. And are kind of like, it feels like they're like goading them into like an attack. It feels like almost, it feels like they want them to show up. So I wonder if there's a thing where the Fatui want the shades to show up. They want the shades to arrive. They want the shades to like appear. And that could be the case. They probably are like, hey, come on. Like, because the way that the Jester was talking was actually like very interesting, because the Jester was kind of like saying that, like, I've been through just destructive times. I've been through Conria. I've been through all of this. I've seen this happen before. I do not give a F. I've seen this destruction before, so I've understood what the punishment is for staring at the gods or witnessing the gods. So let's try and kill a god. Right? If I kill a god, what happens? And it's almost like they're just like, let's just see what happens. let's see what happens. Another member of Conrad. They obviously knew Nibirius as well, not Nibirius, Rhine-daughter as well at the same time too. We also got to see Renova like actually cast the freaking curse in one moment, which actually like looked like more of a, I don't know, one of the most destructive like nukes you've ever seen in your life as well. But it was the lines at the end then about what happened with the Jester. The Jester that's what he was talking about. He was talking about the idea of like all these people are afraid to look at the gods, even though that there's this thing where like, oh, we get a vision. No, it's beautiful to be looked upon by the gods, but in reality, it's like, no, like the gods aren't as cool as you think they are. The Tsaritsa has told us if people are afraid to view the gods, they're not as crazy and as powerful as you think they are. And to me, that says that the Fatui know something that makes them fallible, that makes the gods fallible, in some way, that makes them like being like able to be destroyed in some way. And it's so interesting as well that like the like after we got, like before we got the line, we had like Renova even talking about the Tsaritsa, right? And saying, hey, she sucks. She's not even that powerful. She dares look at us, you know? Which I think is like a very like interesting thing as well, because it shows like what they think of the Tsaritsa. It shows what they think maybe of the people below them as well. It shows how powerful they are as well. At that point too, also at the same time. And there was something, let me get this back up. There's something that I keep going past this here. Right. It's what the Rhine-daughter was saying was that like I wouldn't pass upon the opportunity to witness the gods as well. You know, if I was them. And then Nibirius is like, you cannot do that. That's not something you could do. I won't let you. But then Rhine-daughter was like, hey, I'm just joking. JK, you know, JK. Pretty crazy stuff. Like a lot of crazy stuff. And then we had the stuff at the end there about the damselette, right? Which I'm not gonna read too much into it, theorize about that as well, because we're gonna find all out about that as well as we go forward as well. We're heading to Nod-Karai as well, and I actually am kind of like very, very excited to see what could be happening in the future. That's kind of like what we saw in this trailer here. And that's gonna do for that 10-hour video, guys. Thank you so much for being so absolutely supportive of all the stuff I do, even the 10-hour video. You weren't there? Where did you go? Oh. Why do I feel so cold all of a sudden? It's like the middle of summer, my hand's shaking like a leaf. Why does everything feel so different? Genshin is changing, isn't it? Forever. Right? Nothing will ever be the same again. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what came over me, honestly. Yeah. Thank you so much to my patrons. That being Typhar2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Renova, Ewald, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Isthroth, Linksmarky, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Selson, Heck, Nibirius, Leon, High Kasperian, and Jared Beanham. And at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco, Royal Gamer 7, and Asmodee. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.